Yo guys, how's it going? We're here for another episode of our FIFA 18 career mode with Burton. Starting today's episode off with a game against Millwall. Not doing too well in this season at this point. They've only conceded four more goals than us though, which proves they've got a very good defensive record. As we're playing very well defensively this season, let alone them only conceding four more than us, which is very good for their standards and where they are in the league. It's quite shocking, to be fair, how few they've conceded. They've obviously just not been scoring as many. But straight few minutes into the game here, we come on the attack down the wing. McCroy picks the ball up, passes it inside, but it gets smashed out for a throw-in. A few minutes trying to put that pressure on Millwall to try and get us into the lead and try and hopefully get the win out of this game. Like I said, got to try and get as many points out of this as possible at this point, because we are only a couple of points in front of Wolves, I believe. And a very nice one-touch passing as it gets put into the back of the net. Tom Naylor, one of very few games he's had this season, puts it in to the back of the net to make it 1-0 with a beautiful side-footed finish. And like I was saying before anyway, before that goal interrupted us, I believe it's Wolves that are in second and they're only a couple of points behind us at this point. And Wolves is a team that's going to be a very big... I know that we have them before the end of the season and we've only got a few games left of the season now, not many games left. And Wolves is one of them, and I honestly think that game, whoever wins that game, will win the league. Whether we're in the lead by about 5 points, plus a game in hand as well. But yeah, we come on in another attack here, and it's again that man, Tom Naylor. Like I said before, he hasn't had many games this season, but he's proven why he should have. Because he's put two in the back of the net early on in this game to make it 2-0 against Millwall here. A beautiful pass down the wing to Bent, who lays it inside, and a beautiful finish. Again, Naylor smashing it, nailing it, if you don't mind me saying. Puts it into the back of the net with a very nice finish. Straight across Jordan Archer, I believe it is, in goal. Very nice finish to make it 2-0 with his first two goals of the season. As they come on the attack just before half time, trying to get into the box. They find some space outside the area, but they do find their way into the box. It was a nice shot, but a brilliant save from Blackman there to keep it at 2-0 just before half time and turn it out for a corner. A very nice save there from Blackman. I think it was going wide anyway, but he wanted to just make sure that there was going to be no chances of it going in the back of the net. But coming into the second half here, we win the ball back on that far side, trying to cut back inside into the middle of the park as we find an absolute dreadful pass there. But they do get the ball back in the centre of the pitch as they try and come forward again on that left-hand side as they try and wriggle their way through the defender. As he passes it into the box, it's a shot, but it hits the side netting and goes just wide of the post. I think it's the side netting at least. It hits the post and goes just wide. It was a very nice shot, to be honest, to get that kind of shot off from there. But it does go wide and does mean we are still at 2-0. As we bring Boyce on, he comes on and slides that one very nicely past the keeper to make it 3-0 in this game. Absolutely killing it this season. Honestly, I thought I'd really struggle with this team this season, but we have done nothing but absolutely demolish pretty much any side that's came in our way of trying to stop us from winning the league. It's a very nice finish. I thought he was going to take it with his right foot, but instead he tried to take it with his left. But it doesn't prove to have much difference there, as it goes back into the back of the net with his third goal of the season. Not scoring many, but he is scoring crucial ones, so I'm happy about that. As Ben somehow takes a shot, it gets deflected off Boyce out to Coglet, and he puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 4-0 on the stroke of the pretty much the whistle to end the game. He puts the ball in the back of the net to basically double his goal scoring record for the rest of the season. He's scored the same amount of goals for the rest of the games before this. He's equalled it in this game with 2 goals before this game, and he scored 2 in this game. So absolutely brilliantly done from Boyce there to make it 4-0. Absolutely playing brilliantly in this game. Boyce probably the man of the match when he came on. Played very well. And like I say, that is the end of the game, and it did end 4-0. Brilliant play, to be honest, from the lads in this game. Played very well. Cogler doing very well down that right hand side, and Tim Cahill coming off the pitch very disappointed there. Didn't look very happy at all. I think he's Australian. I believe he's Australian. And we do go into a quick training session before going into the second game of today's episode, which we try and hopefully push on against Sheffield United in the league. Like I say, with every point at this stage of the season is absolutely crucial, and we've got to try and get as many out of it as we can, being as we've got, like I say, Wolves just behind us, like I said. And it's like I say, I believe, like I said, it's 5 points between us with us having a game in hand, which will be very, very big points. And like I said before, it's we've got that game against Wolves will decide who wins the championship. And fair enough, we are still going, even if they do win, we'll still be a few points in front. And we have a game in hand. But I think that will judge how well we play for the rest of the season. I think it'll all come down to that game. And whoever wins that game, it will be a very crucial tie to try and win the league, basically. Whoever wins it wins the league. As we come forward straight on the attack, and Will Miller slices a volley just wide of the post. Straight from kickoff, pretty much. We are straight on the attack, and Miller trying to get into the box, hoping that was going to be the way that we were going to set the game out. Is that man again, he is on the ball. Will Miller charges up the pitch on a nice counter-attack here, as Aikens slides it through to Miller and smashes it into the top left corner with an absolute peach of a finish. A very nice finish there from Miller. He played very well at this point. He was basically the centre of our attack, and it was a very nice counter-attack. He started the counter-attack with a nice run through the centre of the pitch, and ends up getting himself in the space to finish it off as well, to make it 1-0 here early on in the game against Sheffield, to try and basically boost it, like I said, as many points as we can out of these last few games, because we really need them if we want to be winning the league. As he has now scored 6 goals this season, which is very good because he played very well, and I'm happy he is scoring goals. But again, we come on another counter attack here, and it is that man again, Will Miller, charging through the centre, who passes it out. It gets saved. It gets slightly cleared out there. Aikens whips the ball in, and Miller charges into the box to make it 2-0 with a fantastic header over the keeper's hands. There was nothing he could do about it. The header was just too powerful for him, and it goes in the back of the net to make it 2-0. And once again, Miller, absolutely the centre of our attack again. And a very nice run into the box from the lad to start with. And then to get into the box and actually make the header. Absolutely brilliant from him. The shortest man on the pitch scores a header. And that makes me very happy for the fact that that's his 7th goal of the season. At this point, we're so close to having so many players at double figures for the game, for the season. As we come through with Aikens just putting the ball wide of the post with another counter-attack. We were doing very good counter-attacks in this game. We were playing absolutely brilliantly on the counter-attack. But anyway, like I was saying, we've had very many players that are on like double figures for the season, and it'll be brilliant. And one thing that I definitely want to do for this season now is Tom Cropper takes a shot and puts the ball just wide of the post. I'm looking, because we are very close to it at this point. I'm looking to get 100 goals this season, to for not all competitions, just the league, because we're actually on for doing that at the minute, and it seems weird for the fact that at the beginning of the season, as we come forward here and Sabara puts the ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0. Joe Sabara is one man that is done absolutely brilliantly for us. The prospect is done absolutely brilliantly for us when I've started playing him, and he's started to bag himself a few goals, so hopefully next season he might be able to be a bit more of a crucial part of our season. But like I said, we are on for making 100 goals this season, when you think at the beginning of the season I was looking to finish mid-table and hopefully push for the playoffs, and now we're basically looking to win the league and score 100 goals for the season, which is unbelievable. But just a few minutes later, they come on the attack as they start putting a lot of pressure on us here, but Clark puts the header just wide of the post. Luckily for us, they did start piling on a bit of pressure at this point, started to string a few attacks together. It didn't quite work out for them there, but that is the end of the game at 4-0. Absolutely brilliant from us in this game. The team played absolutely brilliantly, especially the counter-attacking football. That man would deserve man of the match all day because of how well he was playing. He was the centre of our attack every time we came forward on the ball. And it did, in fact, end 3-0. Joe Sabara with 1 and Will Miller with 2. But that is the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and peace.